NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Let's take a look at the numbers for Anthony Davis.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Henderson and Simons are their guards. Bob Williams is out there with Ayton. And it's Grant in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, they've got Kyrie Irving. Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson. And it's Washington in at the small forward. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
A nice shot by Irving.
Zero hesitation. Irving was all set to go.
Here's Henderson. Outside, Simons. Henderson with the screen for Simons. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Irving with the ball. Now Henderson defending.
A master from the mid-range. You just assume Irving's going to drill that shot every time.
Henderson against Irving. Henderson passes to Simons. Here's Grant. Stolen by Washington. Here's Irving. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Henderson. Got a hand on it. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. 13 feet away. And it's Irving missing. Irving against Henderson. Kicks it out to Grant. Pass to Simons. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And the first one at the line is good. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Dallas's head coach and I did get a chance to talk. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now here's Williams. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving from long range. Dallas, no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Now, here is Irving. 29 points for him last game against the Lakers. Henderson against Irving. Pass to Grant. Back to Henderson. Over Irving. And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Scoot Henderson. His last 10 games, he's getting around 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Washington passes to Davis. Down low. Stolen by Henderson. Grant with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Here's Ayton. Ayton. It's good on the putback.
Well, we talk about the offensive rebounding ability, and they're all about Ayton's timing. What a dunk.
Pass to Washington. Back to Irving. Takes the three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Henderson kicks to Simons. Williams, a screen on Thompson. And it's Simons missing. The Mavericks trailing. Trying to end the drought. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Superb job by Klay to draw the contact for the and one opportunity. Great focus on the play.
And brand a new contract for Klay Thompson as of this summer. Isn't it nice to have that settled? My goodness.
Well, it's fantastic for Klay to get that weight off of his shoulders. I think there were times last year where visibly we could see that playing on him. Now that stuff is all settled. Klay will settle back in, and hopefully we'll see some remarkable performances from him.
And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Irving's shot is good.
And making the most of that inside opening. It's almost too easy for Kyrie.
So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Ayton, a screen. And Ayton throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Simons against Irving. To the inside. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Ayton. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Grant. The three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Irving looking for an opening. And here's Thompson. Shoots over Grant. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions. All the officials are all over that one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Grant. And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard, heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
And for Portland, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Took a substantial hit there, and Grant able to finish. Wow, that was a bump.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Washington, that's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Sharp with it. For three. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hands.
Davis kicks to Dinwiddie. Lively a screen on Simon. Here's Dinwiddie. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Now, here's Sharp. Last game we saw him score 14. Ayton a screen. Grant, right side. Back to Sharp. Clock at 6. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Mavericks trail by 3. Thompson outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Shoots over Simons. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Simons against Dinwiddie. Here's Sharp. Knocks it loose.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
For Dallas, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Thompson no good on the free throw.
When you think of Klay Thompson, most people think of that three-point shot. But really, it's Klay's ability as a two-way player on the perimeter that has been a standout talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in for Washington. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Kamar is checked in, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Grant. Now, here's Marshall. Shot clock at 6. Here's Davis. Off target with the jump hook. Portland leading by 3. Here's Banton to the left wing. Now Ayton. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Here's Dinwiddie following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Thompson passes to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. Thompson misses. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's Banton. Dinwiddie covering. Thybulle for 3. Rebounded by Gafford.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And it goes down 2 points.
Man, appreciate Gafford's ability to muscle through the defense.
Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Sharp. Good D by Thompson. Mavericks trail by 3. Inside, here's Marshall. Banton with the rebound. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Pass to Ayton. Here's Banton. Five to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Trailblazers haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And the first one drops. Martin's checked in for Klay Thompson. And then for the Trailblazers, Reith is checked in. And it's Simons in for Matisse Thybulle. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Mavericks trailing. Dinwiddie outside. Floats it up for Davis. It's stolen. And now Portland on the break. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against New Orleans. Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. That's good from Marshall on the assist by Dinwiddie.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. And here's Sharp. 5 points in the game. Pass to Banton. Here's Reith. Dinwiddie with the rebound. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 5. Gafford misses. If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's Banton. Pass to Sharp. The layup off target. The Mavericks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Dinwiddie right side. Now here's Marshall. Shoots over Simons. That's short off the rim. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
Portland leading by 5. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The wingman, it's Sharp and Thibault. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 4-man position. Takes it from 10. Off the left rim and out. The Mavericks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Simons against Irving. Pass to Gafford. Dinwiddie left side. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. No good that time.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Simons against Gafford. Here's Kamare. Sinks the triple. Kamare's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Kamare. There's the triple. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And you make it easy on Simons when you leave someone that wide open. He's always looking to make the extra pass.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Martin kicks to Irving. Now here's Marshall for the 3. The rebound by Simons.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Irving.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
They get it back. Here's Simons. To the middle. Goes up again. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Martin with the screen for Dinwiddie. The shot from the low post is good. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket tonight.
And a long combo guard. Dinwiddie can use that 6'5" height inside like a bigger player.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Gafford. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Irving against Henderson. Outside, Simons. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 9.
Well, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Mavericks making a switch here. Martin's checked in. And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. Number 1, Anthony Simons. 4th, Klay Thompson.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact. Because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
And they have no issues with drawing that kind of contact. They're more than willing to put their bodies on the line because as well as they shoot the free throws, they know these trips to the line will always pay off. Easy too.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Simons against Martin. Williams, a screen on Martin. Bounce pass, Simons. 6 to shoot. And that one's good by Henderson. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Martin with a screen on Henderson. Nobody near Irving. Off target from three-point range.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Kamare. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Anthony Davis comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Dante Exum in for Irving. Here's Simons. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And now a 10-point Portland lead.
Finding a way through. Contact comes Simons' way, and he just avoids it.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys, really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
Here's Kamare. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Williams, a screen on Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Martin. Pass to Exum. Lively with it. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Exum. And finished off by Exum.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Clock at 6. Here's Sharp over Marshall. And it's Sharp missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Pass to Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
Well, at that range, Davis is pretty much automatic. He's going to score it.
Here's Henderson. And here's Sharp. Williams sets a screen for Sharp. Oh, that's blocked. It's out of bounds. It's touched by Lively. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Washington's checked in for Najee Marshall. And it's Hardy in for Dante Exum. Andre Ayton's checked in for Portland. Jeremy Grant comes in for Shaedon Sharp. Now, here's Grant. 17 points for him last game against New Orleans. A rebound by Washington. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Davis. Over Grant. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Daniel Gafford.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Portland. Here's Hardy. Dallas moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Thompson, a screen on Henderson. Hardy. No good on the triple. Portland leading by 6. Now for an update on Klay Thompson's injury. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas.
And unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious.
But he's not letting it slow him down out there, and he's going to give it a shot. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
Here's Thybulle. After the made shot from Klay Thompson, Thybulle finds Ayton. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. And it's Grant in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Grant's got 8 points.
And it feels like Grant prefers the corner, and you should. It's a shorter shot, but he's got to be practicing a lot of those.
Mavericks trail by 9. Now here's Hardy. He has yet to score. Lively a screen on Grant. Washington, that's for 2. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hardy. A 3-ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Washington against Grant. And here's Henderson. Here's Thybulle. Back to Henderson. Beyond the arc. A rebound by Washington. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Lively's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Thompson outside. Lively sends a screen for Thompson. Thompson with the three.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Thibault with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. On the wing, Williams. Henderson outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Scoot Henderson.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
He misses the free throw. A different look now for Portland. Sharp comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Delano Banton's subbed in for Scoot Henderson. Good on the second free throw. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Here's Banton. Pass to Sharp. Down low, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Davis.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Portland leading by 5. 1:31 left in the first half of basketball. Ayton a screen on Washington. Here's Grant. And Ayton throws it down.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Here's Hardy. Scoreless thus far. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Sharp. Ayton in the corner. Trying his luck from deep. And Lively pulls it down.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Klay Thompson. Portland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Ayton up top. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Banton. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Ayton. Dismissed. Thompson looking for an opening. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Banton. To the inside. Stolen by Washington. 1 second left. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Portland out in front, up by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking, get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Dallas Mavericks.
They're doing some good things. Rebounding is not one of them. Maybe try a bigger lineup in the second half. Maybe run more guys to the boards. Maybe both.
Listen to Coach O'Neal.
Okay, fellas, now a look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Kyrie Irving is out there with Thompson. Then it's Derek Lively, and there's Davis, and it's Washington in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that one is good.
Well, you got to find ways to keep feeding Anthony Simons. Right now, this guy is on fire.
It's Washington, high post. Grant on him. Now, here's Washington. He's covered by Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And Portland making a change here. Sharp's checked in. Mavericks trail by 7. Irving dishes to Davis. Pass to Lively. Outside Irving. Inside. Some solid defense from Ayton. Portland leading by 7. Now here's Williams. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Davis. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw, good, Irving. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Got to be careful whenever Williams is roaming nearby. So skilled at getting to those rejections.
And Davis sends it back. Thompson with it. He's got 13. Lively inside. Ayton's there, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside, Simons. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Williams really does play more like a traditional center out there.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Sharp, the pass to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Now here's Davis. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now he's averaging about 19 points a game.
And fighting through the foul that time as AD was able to put that shot up.
For Dallas, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And I think as fans, you always want to see the best in the league healthy. Anthony Davis out there tonight. The NBA is just better when AD's playing. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a number 1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at Portland, they're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And, of course, Dallas, 4.5 games behind.
And right now for Dallas, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Both free throws good for Irving.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Simons on the wing, covered by Irving. Ayton wide open. No good on the 3. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Outside, Davis. Simons against Irving. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And finished off by Lively.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's ready to talk things through with the team. While we're on a short break, we've got some time to break down the steal leaders at the shooting guard position over the last month. 5th on the list, Klay Thompson.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Well, if he was a light switch, he'd always be on. Defensively, they treat each possession like the game depends on it. They're looking to cause a little bit of chaos in any way that they can.
Now here's Williams. Here's Ayton. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Ayton's got 12 points in the game.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
Lively against Ayton. Washington, that's for 2. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Washington's got his second bucket of the night. Trailblazers leading by 4. Now Simons. 16 points for him. To the paint. Ayton finds Grant. And here is Simons. Covered by Irving. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Simons missing. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Irving can't get it to go.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Out to the right wing. Back to Thompson. Pass to Lively. Now Davis. Defended by Sharp. Davis using his size.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Grant with the ball. Outside, Simons. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Simons has got 19 points.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Sharp. This one for 3. Thompson misses. Portland leading by 5. Simons surveying the D. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Blazers?
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
Najee Marshall, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Irving finds Lively. From outside, off the mark.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Marshall. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Klay Thompson. Irving against Simons. Williams, a screen on Irving. To the left side wing. Pass to Sharp. And here is Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Maverick shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Ayton with it. Shoots over Lively. And it's Ayton missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 12. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Portland leading. Right side, Simons. Ayton finds Sharp. Pass to Williams. Outside, Simons. Misses the 3. Dallas has gone into a slump here from 3-point range. shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And the Mavericks with some changes. Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irvin. And then for the Trailblazers, Matisse Thybulle comes in for Robert Williams. And Delano Banton's subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Now, here's Marshall. He has 7. Here's Davis. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Ayton.
Phenomenal strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Caleb Martin's checked in for Dallas. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's averaging 14 points a game, 14 rebounds, and over 3.5 blocks. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Here's Banton. Pass to Kamare. Good on the three-point shot. Kamare's got 10 points in the game. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Dinwiddie kicks to Marshall. Dinwiddie outside. Martin with the screen for Dinwiddie. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And there's the drive. Shot's good by Banton. Now it's a 4-point Portland lead.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Dinwiddie passes to Martin. 1:53 left in the third. Pass to Gafford. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
That free throw, no good.
You know, for a big guy, Daniel Gafford is very active and agile when he's playing. You appreciate a tall guy like that who can make some moves.
No good on the second free throw. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Banton. Here he goes. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. On the wing, Dinwiddie buries it from three-point range. Dinwiddie's got 7.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive, and Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that.
Sharp against Martin. Ayton, a screen on Martin. Pass to Ayton. It's rebounded by Dallas.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Count that bucket. 9 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
When Martin puts the ball in his teammates' hands, good things happen.
54 seconds left in the third. Now Ayton. Here's Patton. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Gafford sets the pick for Marshall. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Davis surveying the floor. Inside. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Davis. Dallas moving it around. 3, Marshall. That one doesn't drop. What a performance from Anthony Simons. He has been the story for the Trailblazers. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Defensively, keep talking, right? Keep helping each other. We get the rebound, go get it early, pick and roll.
And Jason Kidd telling them what it's going to take. All 5 guys communicating on the floor.
And calling for the early pick and rolls. You can get really clean looks that way before that defense is able to kind of lock in.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the wingmen, it's Sharp and Thibault. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Reed in at the 5, down low. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
Simon's really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie against Sharp. Dinwiddie kicks to Marshall. Pass to Irving. Gafford inside. The shot missing. Portland leading. And Sharp has it in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Sharp's gotten 2 of his 3 attempts to fall from beyond the arc. Pass to Gafford. Dinwiddie, defended by Sharp. Dinwiddie attacking, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And takes it to the cup anyway. Knew the foul was coming, and Dinwiddie took one for the team there.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And so here's Portland. They've led by as many as 11 points. Simons with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Sharp. Simons on the wing. Here's Kamare. A three-pointer off the mark. Sharp against Dinwiddie. And Thibault sends it back. And now Portland on the break. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
What a finish by Sharp while taking the contact. It takes skill to win these and one opportunities.
The free throw drops for Sharp. We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA, and Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Now, here's Simons. Pass to Sharp. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Sharp. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Left side, Martin. Thompson for the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
And we're well aware of how dangerous Klay Thompson can be. You remember that 37-point outburst in one quarter.
Irving against Henderson. Outside, Simons. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Simons has got 23 points. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Irving against Henderson. Outside, Martin. Thompson outside. Here's the three. A rebound by Reith. Reith has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Irving dishes to Thompson. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Sometimes you don't get this kind of aggressive Klay Thompson on the offensive end, but the teammates love to see it.
Portland leading by 6. Outside, Simons. Pass to Kamare. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And here are the Mavericks now. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Thompson finds Irving. Simons against Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Henderson with it. Guarded now by Irving.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
And here's Irving. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Off target from three-point range.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Here's Kamare. Back to Thibault. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 to shoot. Here's Simons. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Simons has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Irving against Henderson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Anthony Davis comes in for Caleb Martin. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Trailblazers. Williams comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Marshall with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Can they get it? Clay caps off the break well.
And how about Clay showing off his handle as he finds some open room to get to the score?
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Henderson. Softly drops in the floater. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
For Dallas, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Irving. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Oh!
Yeah. Good job with Simons not hesitating. It just opened up for a split second and he was ready to fire.
Henderson against Irving. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over Simon. The shot by Thompson, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now here's Ayton. Outside Williams. Now here's Henderson. Covered by Irving. Here's Kamare. The kick out to Simons. Over Thompson. And it's Simons missing. Mavericks trail by 15. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Marshall. Lively sends a screen for Marshall. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Henderson passes to Simons. Back to Henderson. Ayton against Davis. And it's Ayton missing. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Davis setting the pick for Marshall. They could use a bucket. It's good from long range.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Dallas making a switch here. Washington's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Grant's checked in. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
And that one falls for Henderson.
Well, Scoot's got great upside, but the next step for him, the evident one here, is just shooting higher percentages and scoring with more consistency.
Both free throws good from Henderson. Mavericks trail by 14. Now here's Irving. Irving sets a screen for Washington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Robert Williams.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Henderson with it. Outside, Simons. From the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Washington inside. He's covered by Grant. Irving against Henderson. Fires, high post, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Kyrie Irving has a sweet-looking stroke right there. Fantastic at getting his feet underneath him that time.
Simons on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Yeah, Grant has really embraced this part of his game, becoming a reliable three-point shooter.
And Thompson kicks to Washington. Good D by Williams. Portland's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Henderson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Simons with the screen on Irving. Irving against Henderson. Pass to Ayton. Puts it up from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good. Dallas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Mavericks now. 15-point game. Lively finds Davis. Washington with it. Shot clock at 6. Launches it from deep.
Well, he's got those quick feet and that 7-foot, 6-inch wingspan. Williams, a factor defensively.
Pass to Henderson. And here is Ayton. Count it.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Lively against Ayton. Washington kicks to Thompson. Lively with it. He's covered by Ayton. Irving for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Anthony Simons.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Henderson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct
take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Pass to Davis. Williams with the block. Outside, Simons. And here's Henderson. He's covered by Irving. Henderson against Irving. Henderson looking it over. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Simons.